O sea, flipar. Flipar. Probando.
A short-lived but intense hailstorm hit the interior of the Valencian community in Spain on Thursday afternoon, affecting several municipalities, particularly Villar del Arzobispo, causing weather conditions that directly affected daily life. In Villar del Arzobispo, the hail began at around 4:45 p.m. and within a few minutes covered streets, vehicles and rooftops with a dense layer of 15 to 20 centimetres of hail. Citizens who were outdoors at the time of the incident found it difficult to take shelter from the sudden downpour. According to preliminary assessments by local authorities, although the duration of the event was short, the impact was extremely significant. Streets and alleys were covered in white after the rainfall, creating a scene reminiscent of the winter months. Meteorological sources emphasised that such short-term but intense hail events are caused by sudden temperature changes in the atmosphere during the spring months.
¡Ay, mi coche! ¡Mira! ¡Dios mío! Esto no lo he visto yo en mi puñetera vida.
¡Ni yo!
Madre mía. Ay, mi coche.
Although the centre of the hailstorm was Villar del Arzobispo, the weather phenomenon was felt throughout the Serranos region, spreading to other areas such as Requena, Utiel, Hoya de Buñol, Vall and Costera. In Requena, the amount of hail was less, but the accompanying rainfall increased runoff and created icy puddles. Images shared by residents on social media showed that streets were blocked in places by hail and infrastructure in urban areas was under strain. Data shows that Lloleria recorded 37.7 litres of rainfall per square metre in 20 minutes, with wind speeds reaching 80 kilometres per hour. The thickness of the hail layer in Villar del Arzobispo varied between 15 and 20 centimetres. This amount was considered exceptional for the region. Superficial damage was reported, especially to vehicles parked outdoors and some agricultural equipment. Data from southern Valencia also confirmed that the rainfall was effective over a large area. The fire brigade services were activated at various points during the storm. In Paterna, a risk was reported after an electrical incident on Charles Robert Darwin Street. In this context, a total of 23 cases were reported to the emergency hotline from Villar del Arzobispo, L'Alcora, Xàtiva and Xàtiva. The cases included roof leaks, hail and transportation problems due to rainfall. Municipal teams responded to the reported incidents until the end of the day, working to ensure safety. Valencia City Council shared with the public the measures taken following the meteorological warnings. It was announced that parks and gardens will be temporarily closed, outdoor activities will be cancelled, and visits to cemeteries will be suspended. In the framework of social services, the Santa Cruz de Tenerife CAES Centre for Homeless People opened at 2000 hours, where services will be provided in cooperation with the Red Cross. This was considered as an indication of the mobilisation of social protection mechanisms against adverse weather conditions. Following these developments, the Emergency Coordination Centre has activated the orange alert level for the southern interior of Valencia and the northern coast. The State Meteorological Agency has issued a warning for the possibility of thunderstorms and large hailstones during the day. The yellow alert level was maintained for the entire provinces of Castellón, Valencia and Alicante. In this context, It was emphasised that citizens should be especially careful near riverbeds, valleys and residential areas in low-lying areas. Meteorologists observed an unusual deviation in the path of this storm, which developed between the Camp de Turia and Serrania regions. The system, which would normally be expected to head east, moved very slowly towards the southeast, so it stayed longer in the areas where it had an impact. Met officials explained that this behaviour indicates the presence of a cyclonic supercell type system. Such storm structures are considered to be the most organised form of isolated and deep convection and can drop large amounts of hail in a short period of time. Even though it is under the influence of the Mediterranean climate, sudden natural events caused by atmospheric imbalances are frequently observed in the spring months. In recent years, hailstorms on similar dates have adversely affected agricultural activities, especially in rural areas, and necessitated emergency intervention in some towns in terms of infrastructure. This latest event in Villar del Arzobispo was recorded as the most significant and effective hailstorm in recent years. Experts emphasise that such cells, formed as a result of the interaction between the topographical structure of the region and moisture from the sea, are likely to become more frequent in the coming years. This storm is not only a regional weather event, but also an example to be considered for infrastructure planning, agricultural activities, and emergency management. The increasing occurrence of short duration, high-intensity rainfall is forcing local governments and communities to be better prepared for such events. The scenes in Villar del Arzobispo have once again highlighted the vulnerability of the interior of Valencia to such meteorological events. We wish all the citizens affected by this unexpected hailstorm in the interior of Valencia a speedy recovery. If you want to keep up to date with such natural disasters and get accurate and reliable information about weather events in your region, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Stay safe.